Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Bad Guitars podcast. My name is Andrew.
And my name is Guy.
And this is episode number 62.
Okay.
So if you're not familiar with the show, I think we got quite a few new subscribers on our YouTube channel this week.
Nice.
So if you're not familiar with the show, we do a weekly news show for guitar gear, pedals, amps, effects, big and small companies from the largest corporations, like Fender and Ibanez and whatnot, all the way down to guys making pedals in their garages and basements. So, you want to just jump on in, see what we got?
Yeah. What do we got this week? You told me we don't have a lot of stuff.
It's kind of a weird setup this week because we have I didn't find any real amps that came out this week. There's probably some that came out that I just missed.
Okay.
Some pedals, but there's like some drum effects that came out from Walrus Audio put out a drum unit. So it's kind of a first for them, but it's in the world of pedals and effects.
Okay.
Reverb did their Blackout series again this year.
I know.
Leading up to Black Friday.
I saw that.
There's some guitar strings that came out. There is something from Ernie Ball. There's another headphone amp thing that came out. So we'll just go through them all.
Okay.
What do you want to start with? Can we start with the Walrus?
Just start with whatever is first on the computer.
All right. Actually, yeah, that is the first one I have loaded.
Okay.
All right. So Walrus Audio put out the DFX-1 percussion processing unit. This thing comes in at $899.99.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it looks like it's on pre-order right now, and they begin shipping in mid-November. So that's another week or two.
Yeah, that's not bad.
The DFX-1 is a multi-effects processing unit designed in collaboration with Aaron Sterling to add musical character and punch to any acoustic drum or percussion source. Craft everything from subtle to in-your-face drum sounds with studio-grade VCA and FET compression. 2 flavors each of delay and reverb, plus saturation, gating, and effects loop with customizable routing, and a flexible EQ. Use it anywhere on your kit with any microphone, whether it's a squash spacious room mic, a tight gated snare, or even routed outboard processing in post. With a high-performance microphone preamp with phantom power, an effects loop to connect external outboard equipment, MIDI connectivity, and presets. A whole new world of sonic creativity. So it's essentially Aaron Sterling. I watched the video. Aaron Sterling, he wanted an all-in-one unit that he could have next to his kit. Trying to run your drums through pedals isn't always an effective thing when you're recording because you can hear like the clicks of the foot switches, and it's just it's simpler to have it all in one. Okay. $899 is kind of very pricey. But let's look at this because it looks really cool. To me, it looks like
worth the value though.
I mean, versus like if you're buying all that stuff separately.
I guess.
Yeah. It looks like an old 70s like Maestro effects unit that they used to have on like microphone stands and stuff. So for each section, you have like your compressor has threshold, attack, and release. Your delay has mix, feedback, and time. Your reverb is mix, decay, and tone. And then your saturation is volume, EQ, and saturation. So they're all color-coded. And then you have different types for each one that are like selectable by buttons down at the bottom. Those look like they look kind of like computer keys.
They kind of do, yeah.
So you have like the VCA or the FET compressor, modern or vintage delay, spring or plate reverb, and then what does that say for saturated? Forward and reverse.
Okay.
Oh, that's your phasing, I believe. Is that what it said? Or the gating or something, whatever. Anyway. And then it looks like you have banks at the bottom that you can choose between A, B, and C. Those look like they might even be that you can hit them with a drumstick. I don't know for sure, but it almost looks that way to me. Or the palm of your hand. And at the top you have like your digital side of it and everything. So there's a master gain and I believe a dial to go through your digital settings here. So I think it's cool. I think it's extremely expensive. The thing that I don't like about it, I mean, I think it's really cool. I don't do enough drumming to warrant buying this, but it's not stereo, which that's not necessarily a deal breaker for people. But if you wanted to run like stereo overhead mics into this thing, you couldn't. You have to run one microphone or one input at a time.
Oh.
Or if you have like a mixer with all your mics plugged into it. It's still
Yeah.
all going into the same thing and then coming out of it, mono. So, yeah, this thing does a lot. I'd say this is like a full drum recording rig. It'd be great for live if you want to add like some delays onto your snares or whatever. Like do like I feel like reggae drummers would have a good time with this to get like some cool, like slapback delay or something with like a lot of feedback. You know, like a dub kind of thing. But you know, I think a lot of drummers would find a use for this. But it just goes to show that guitar is a much cheaper instrument to play than a lot of others.
Though. There's guitars that are really expensive.
Well, you got to think, to buy a drum kit, you got to have the kit, the shells. You got to change the heads every so often. Cymbals are extremely expensive for decent cymbals. Like my cymbals cost more than my drum set itself. And then if you're going to be recording, you got to have the microphones. And then, you know, if you want to run effects or something, you could do it all on your computer. I mean, that's possible if you're recording to a DAW. You can get all these things on the computer. But if you're, let's say, like you're primarily a drummer and you don't have like a whole studio room or whatever, chances are your stuff is going to be right there next to your drum set. So it might be hard to, like, you know, navigate a computer or laptop on the fly. Whereas this has knobs, this has buttons and stuff.
But in the picture, the guy has it on the floor.
No, he doesn't. No, that's mounted to a stand.
That's not on the floor?
No, that's mounted to a stand. Yeah. Yep.
Still, when is he gonna use that? He
Apparently,
has the sticks on the hands.
You know, I thought I saw a video where he said they've been prototyping this for like over a year. I could be misquoting him, but I think he said he has used this on 100 different projects at least.
Really?
Yeah. No, he helped design this thing. So
okay.
So again, if you're a drummer and you're looking for an all-in-one effects unit and you have $900 laying around, check it out.
Go for it.
Next up, Heather Brown Electronicals over at godsmom.com has put out the Darlene Compression. $218. You get looks like 3 knobs on this guy. Let's see what it does. This is an ultra-quiet compressor designed around the idea that foundational effects should be flavorless. Oh, flawless. It says flawless, not flavorless. Dependable and inspiring. They're the kind of tone tools you build around with purposeful simplicity and high-quality analog circuitry. Darlene gives you the consistent shape, feel, and sustain across every note. The voicing is intentionally neutral. See, flavorless. No color, no smear. Just preserved dynamics and rich sustain, natural attack, and silent operation. These controls give you everything you need. 3 controls give you everything you need. Dial in your sustain, blend in your dry signal for articulation, and set your volume at unity or just past for a slight boost. You can run it at 9 or 18 volts, and 18 for expanded headroom, and a little bit more compression if you have the higher voltage.
Okay.
Has an exceptionally low noise floor, selectable true and buffered bypass, silent soft switching, 100% analog signal path, and it looks cool.
Okay.
So this one just came out a couple days ago, or I think maybe yesterday. I like the layout of it. I like the way it looks. Some people do have complaints about compressors when they do have some character that they add, and some people want one that does. And you know, I've seen people have 2 compressors on their board, one that like colors the signal and one that is just a straight up just regular compressor. So makes sense.
Okay.
So we were talking about the Blacked Out series.
We talked about that. Didn't you send me one? I thought you wanted to buy it.
Did you want to let me buy it?
No, I literally say,
yeah.
You don't put attention to our
No, you said okay. You said okay.
Because I thought you were asking me like, oh, should I buy it? I say, okay.
I didn't say should I buy it.
No, I thought that what you were asking by sending me the picture was I want to buy it. So I say, okay.
I mean, if we could afford it, I would.
But then you said you didn't want it.
No, my problem with it, we can jump on this one first.
Okay.
So Reverb,
confusing.
For those that don't know, Reverb every year they pair with 5 or 6 pedal companies to do their Blacked Out series. And it's a limited run, and there's different quantities usually of different pedals. Sometimes it's 1,000, sometimes it's 500, 200, whatever it may be.
Okay.
So they do limited runs, And then the pedals are obviously like all blacked out as far as like the text and the graphic design on them and stuff. And sometimes they're brand new pedals that are one-offs that are only for, you know, exclusive for this run. Sometimes they're ones that go into production after the fact, but in a different colorway, as we've seen before with like the JHS oil can,
yeah,
which eventually became an actual production line 3 series pedal. What else has there been over these? The Meraki or Marakai, whatever it's called, from Walrus Audio, that eventually became a production pedal. But then again, sometimes you just have ones that are just one-offs.
yeah.
So the one you're talking about is the Earthquaker Devices Black Eye Boost. So it's a reissue of their Black Eye, obviously blacked out, so, you know. So it's a reissue in a mini format, because we've seen that now Earthquaker's getting into the mini pedal game. This is $99.99. No, my only problem with it is like you kind of have to be at the right angle to see any artwork on this thing at all.
Oh, I don't see the artwork.
It's very hard to see. It's the same artwork, I believe, from the original. So it's an eyeball.
Oh.
With like almost like a lightning bolt thing going through the eyeball.
Okay.
It does say Black Eye underneath that, and then a chicken head knob that says Boost. So you can kind of see it in this picture. It could just be the lighting that they're using.
Yeah.
My problem with that is that like no one's gonna know that's an Earthquaker pedal on your board. They're just gonna think it's like a little homemade thing. I don't know. I think it's cool, but it's a pure clean boost. It's not supposed to color your signal a whole lot. It's just supposed to drive your signal. It's just supposed to be clear. I think it's a MOSFET. Yeah, it's a MOSFET 30 decibel clean boost.
Okay.
So it's not something like some of their others, like the Arrows, that is like a dirty boost, or the speaker cranker, again, like a dirty overdrive boost kind of thing. It's supposed to just add volume, essentially. So that one's $99. And then there is the Way Huge Deep State Overdrive, which is a Joe Bonamassa signature. It's like a clone.
Okay.
Let's see. This one's still in stock. Doesn't say how many they have left. So the first one's 5. I think these are all 500 this year. So this one is, yeah.
Wait, you say they are all what?
I think all of them are quantities of 500 this year.
Okay.
So the Joe Bonamassa Deep State, that's a good looking pedal. You know, it's a clone.
Decent.
And these ones are actually signed by Joe.
Nice.
Which that depends on if you're a fan or not. Is I know he gets a lot of. I think we've given him some hate on the show too.
Sometimes.
Yeah, but yeah, $200 for this one. I think that was the regular price for the standard version anyway.
What else is on the lineup though?
So there's the Deep State, Walrus with their Chi etherealizer, the Yvette Young signature pedal. So this pedal's been out for a while now. There is already a black version with white text, but this is slightly different artwork for the blacked out version.
Correct you on something.
Yeah.
On this specific one, there's just only
just 300 units. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Let's go back real quick to before I get ahead of myself. Okay, so the Earthquaker was 500. The Way Huge is 500.
And then this one, the Walrus, has only 300.
So 300, units. And you can already get this regularly in 2 other colorways. But again, this is like their special edition version.
I think the black one looks cool.
You get exclusive autograph stickers with artwork from Yvette Young. So pretty cool. We're not going to go into super detail on this one because it's a pedal I think we covered when it actually first came out.
Yeah.
So this is $449.99, so $500 or $450. So I think that's the standard price in the regular model. But again, if you're a fan of Yvette Young and her band Covet, you know, you might want to get that special edition signed artwork and stuff. So there's that one. Let's go back to the page here. There is the Daredevil Pedals Chicago Rat. So it's
200 units on that one.
Oh, so it's only 200 units. Okay, so it's $150 or $149.99. It's weird because the one for the Earthquaker pedal told you how many were left in stock. These ones don't say. Well, it said 10 plus left in stock. The eyes light up in this thing. Pretty cool.
Nice.
It has the manufacturer date on it. So regular, the Chicago Rad is like yellow with red and like black and stuff, and like it's got like the rat logo thing on there. So again, this is a take on a rat pedal. It's pretty cool, and it is, I believe, it is a collab with Rob Scallon. Yeah, it is. It's pretty cool. $150.
No bad.
And then the only other one in the series this year that's already sold out. Like a couple of years ago, everything sold out super fast. That was the year of like the JHS oil can, the Marikai. There's a bunch of other stuff that came out like all at the same time. I think it was the blacked out version of the Line 6 DL4 Mark II. All that stuff sold out super fucking fast.
Okay.
But the only one that's sold out so far is the Infinity Verb from Death by Audio. So, they're always doing some crazy stuff over there.
I know.
So the Infinity Verb stretches reverb into an endless soundscape with just 3 simple controls: mix, time, and filter. You can shape everything from subtle ambience and cavernous atmospheres, then expand them into infinite reverberations with the Infinity foot switch. I did catch the video on this one. It just sounds insane. A lot of their delays and reverbs are crazy. Great for like noise rock kind of stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, this was exclusive.
You say that was
Reverb.
sold out?
Mm-hmm.
How many units?
I don't know. Unfortunately, I didn't get the screenshots when this was still in stock to see. And once it sold out on Reverb, the page is gone.
Really?
So, yeah, I mean, I'm going to click the link right here, but I'm pretty sure.
Oh.
Yeah, it just says compare 0 listings. I don't even see the price on this one.
No. Oh. Well, that sucks.
Yeah, it's not giving me any information on this one.
Well, good for the people that got it.
No, it just shows an estimated what it might sell for used.
Okay.
But sucks though. Yeah, I was hoping to find more information on this one, and I couldn't.
That's fine.
So those are the 5 for this year. As of right now, there's still 4 of the 5 pedals in stock in limited quantities. So this episode comes out on a Sunday. Who knows if you're gonna be able to get one in time. But you could tell that really reflects like consumer spending habits and stuff have definitely gone down, because in previous years people would have snatched up all of these by now, especially like the Earthquaker.
I don't know.
The Deep State, like I said, a lot of people have soured on Joe Bonamassa in the last couple of years, especially the last couple of months, because he's been beefing with people online.
We have talked crap about him too.
Yeah, I mean it goes back to the whole Mark Maron thing, and then 60 Cycle Hum got dragged into it, but like, yeah.
I'm not surprised about that one.
Yeah. But like the Chicago Rat, the Earthquaker, even the Walrus, like I'd expected all those to be sold out by now.
Okay, what else do you have?
Next up, we have TWA, Totally Wicked Audio.
Have we talked about them?
We might have covered some of their releases in the past.
I don't recall the name.
So this is the Source Code Overdrive.
Okay.
Designed by Susuma Tumara. I butchered the name.
I thought it was Susumu Tamura.
Susumu Tamura. Yes. I even rehearsed it before this.
Okay.
So that is the designer of the original Tube Screamer.
Oh.
Yeah. So 1979, Japanese electronics engineer Susuma Tamura. I keep saying
Susumu Tamura.
Tamura. I keep saying like it has a U at the end of it, like Tamaru. Anyway, he designed the Ibanez TS-808 Tube Screamer to compete with the Boss OD1. His unique soft clip overdrive circuit went on to become one of the most copied, cloned, and modified guitar effects of all time. Known for its mid-range clarity and organic tube-like tone, the 808 quickly became an amp-pushing pedal for countless guitarists, including a soon-to-be legendary blues player from Texas named Stevie Ray Vaughan. Over the past 4 decades, the 808 has continuously evolved and spawned countless imitations across the gamut of pedal providers. So, let's see. If you covet a modified 808, then why not just go straight to the source? Evolution. The source code is the ultimate evolution of iconic Tube Screamer, designed by none other than the creator of the legendary TS-808. Condensing his 50-plus years of experience in the field of overdrive design into a single powerful package, the source code reimagines the classic TS circuit and launches it into the future. But what's different? That's all I want to know.
Just go to the key features.
All right. It has new levels of clarity, headroom, and harmonic richness.
Okay.
Runs on a standard 9-volt power supply or battery. Internal bipolar voltage regulator, which boosts it to 18 volts, so you get improved dynamics and headroom. Multi-transistor input buffer preserves your guitar's natural tone with a magic IC op amp which injects complex harmonics and amp-like feel. The all-new byte control lets you alter the balance of odd and even order harmonics.
Okay.
There is a built-in plus 6 decibel boost. That looks like that's about it as far as the details. Yeah, obviously, you have 4 knobs rather than 3 that you would get on a regular tube screamer. So byte, level, drive, and tone. Visually, I think the regular tube screamer looks better, but it's cool that it's designed by the original creator.
That's nice.
The problem I have with tube screamers in general is that I don't mind that there's like the focus on the mids, because I like that. But I've never been able to get along with like a regular style tube screamer pedal. The closest I ever got was the Earthquaker Plumes, and I used that as a clean boost. And now I no longer have the Plumes, I have the Blooms. And to me, because it has double the gain of a regular Plumes, it sounds nothing like a tube screamer. Like, it's so far away from actually being anything like a tube screamer anymore. It's more like a fuzz, really. But I still use that primarily as a clean boost.
Okay.
So I think it's cool if you want something that's like close to authentic, designed by the original designer. Pretty cool. I think they could have done a little bit more on the graphic design work, but that's just me personally.
Okay.
I know a lot of people like the simplicity of this layout, and I love that it has top jacks. So I will say that I think that's a vast improvement over the original tube screamer. Yeah, $299 US. It's more than fair, I think, for what it is.
Okay. If you say so.
All right. So even though there are quite a bit of releases this week, I feel like this one's going by pretty quick.
Are you kidding?
What? We've only been at it for like 26 minutes or something.
Oh my God, that's a lot of talking.
Whew, I know. I do want to take a quick break from these releases real quick to just talk about.
Oh my God. Oh God.
Now, this week I did put out a video for the first time in a while, like outside of the podcast. I was regularly for quite a bit. I was doing regular weekly videos, then it became bi-weekly, and then I just got too busy. I wasn't able to put out any gear videos anymore.
Okay.
But we had like a pretty good response to. We talked about it last week on the show. I bought that Artec pickup for $1 penny.
Yep.
So if you haven't seen that video yet, we talked about it here on the show last week.
Okay.
And I just wanted to give a follow-up on that because we're still trying to figure out what was going on with it before I made the video. So essentially, I ordered 3 pickups for 1 cent each from Amazon Haul. And then only one arrived. And then it was like this back and forth for a few days of Amazon said like, oh yeah, we messed up when we were packing the order. It says all 3 were delivered, but we're gonna ship out the other 2 now. Just wait 48 hours at maximum. So it was 48 hours. I reached back out and I said, hey, I didn't get it. And then they're like, oh, okay, we're sorry. Here's a $15 credit added to your account, which was insane because it's 3 times the price of what I paid after shipping. So they give it another 24 hours and it'll arrive.
Okay.
The other 2 will arrive. So I waited like 26 hours or something, and I reached out again. I was like, hey, I just want to figure out if you guys are, it's 2 cents, but I just want to figure out if you guys are sending them or not because I had a video planned. And so like, oh no, something happened. We just don't have them. So they ended up giving me another, what was it, $35 credit because that's it, on the regular Amazon website. They're like, this is what we see them priced at for a pair of 2 of them. So we'll just give you that. I ended up not ordering the other 2 because if you go watch the video, it's not a very good pickup. But it was fun. It was fun making the video and getting back into doing gear videos again. So hopefully I can continue to do that at least 1 a week or every other week.
Not on my guitar.
Yeah, I did end up using your Yamaha because
I wasn't really happy about it.
I was going to do a very in-depth video where I was going to take apart my Jaguar that has 3 humbuckers and put these 3 matching ones in it and then wire it up all crazy because these pickups are 4-wire pickups. So they're supposed to be coil taps and coil splits or whatever. So I was going to wire it up all crazy in my Jaguar because it's like my experiment guitar. And with just one arriving, it wasn't worth taking that whole guitar apart and then having to buy a set of strings.
This is not meant to fight. However, I knew from the get-go that you were gonna use my guitar because you were not going to there to fuck yours, and you were just like, it's just easier to use your guitar.
No. See, the thing with yours,
because I don't play it, so you don't care if it's messed up.
The thing with yours is it's just a matter of like I just had to loosen the strings, not even take the strings off. Loosen the strings.
You see, you were planning already.
Take off the pick guard, and then just desolder the old pickup, put the new pickup in. It was a quick project. Whereas with my Jaguar, it would have taken at least an hour to just disassemble the guitar and get the pickups out because the pick guard runs under the bridge. So you have to take off the bridge, take off the strings altogether pretty much, take off the bridge, and then take off the pick guard, and then access the pickups, which are not even mounted to the pick guard. They're mounted to rings, but you can't get to the cables and everything and like the pots and all that without taking off the pick guard, and then you can modify it. So it really wasn't worth it for just that one pickup. But
I didn't even want a 1 cent pickup on my guitar.
Well, it's no longer in the guitar, which I mentioned at the end of the video.
I didn't want that on my guitar.
I mentioned that at the end of the video. I was like, I'm taking this thing back out. Now, I'm not going to say it was a terrible pickup. For 1 cent, it sounded okay. But it wasn't a sound that I want.
As the owner of the guitar, I didn't want that on my guitar.
Yeah. Did you even watch the video?
No.
Oh.
I didn't want that on my guitar.
Yeah. But you know what? That is a great sounding guitar. Just as is stock. It's a Yamaha 0112. And I think that might be like the lowest price one or the second to lowest priced one in the series.
But I like it.
It's a great guitar. The neck is great. The pickups sound more like a Stratocaster than my actual Strats. Either of them. Like it sounds like a classic Strat sound. I do think eventually it would be worth upgrading the pickups in that Yamaha to some really nice ones.
Just leave it as it is. Just leave it as it is.
Or I've even said it to you before. Like I would even consider getting myself later on down the road one of the nicer, higher priced ones.
Of course,
because the Pacificas are just really nice.
Let's let this lady with the cheap one and let's get a nice one.
That's the color you wanted, and I think that's the only one in that color because you said that's the color of the one you had as a kid, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, I've been looking for, not to buy anytime soon, but we watched a Tiny Desk concert where a guitarist on the show was playing a Pacifica Telecaster.
Oh, I saw that. I remember that.
And I was like, I've never seen that before.
But it was quite expensive, wasn't it?
Yeah. The only ones we could find were like over 1,000 used.
I remember that.
So it looks like there's just not any in production anymore, but that'd be cool to track down because that guy sounded amazing on that guitar.
Sounded really good.
Anyway, should we move on?
Yeah.
All right. Cattle and Bread is bringing back, I don't remember ever seeing this before, but they're bringing back their cabinet series.
Okay. Okay.
So it says, we're relaunching our cabinet articles along with a parallel series conveniently called the cabinet. Oh, no, okay. Never mind. So they're bringing back their cabinet articles. I'm not sure what that is. I'm not familiar with what that is. I guess it's something on their website that they probably do, like a series on their website. But now they're also introducing the cabinet series pedals. That makes more sense.
Okay.
With it, they aim to supply you with all the same tools used by popular artists throughout history, with quality of life upgrades as we see fit. In other words, all the good and none of the bad. So their very first one in the series is the Majestic Railway. So this is supposed to capture a specific sound of Mark Farner of Grand Funk Railroad, which, obviously with the name Majestic Railway. So your knobs are master, volume, and tone. Now, I think this is supposed to be something about, I don't see any details, but there was an email that they sent out about this.
What was it?
I guess Mark Farner, in one of his guitars, he had a built-in overdrive or fuzz that he had built right into the guitar. And this is supposed to essentially like copy the sound of like the pickup going into that overdrive. So it's not just necessarily like a cabinet sim, but it's supposed to capture the entire sound of his guitar from the pickup to the drive to the amp. So that's pretty cool.
Okay.
And I'm probably getting the details wrong there, but I think that's what I was seeing in the.
And it's actually cheaper now.
Yeah, so I'm always confused on their website because whenever they introduce a pedal, it always has like a markdown price immediately, like introductory markdown price.
Okay.
So it shows it as if regular price is $170, but this is marked down to $139.99.
Nice.
And Mark Farner, I always loved his guitar tone. Okay, this is also a limited release, available through December 1st.
All right.
Yeah.
For all the people who wants to buy one, just go for it.
Yeah. Anytime I think of that band, Grand Funk Railroad, there's an episode of The Simpsons where Homer has to drive all the kids to school. So he's got Bart and Lisa and, I don't know, like Milhouse and somebody else in the back seat.
Okay.
And he goes to put in a Grand Funk Railroad tape. And they're like, "Oh, Dad, what is this?" He's like, "It's Grand Funk. You don't know Grand Funk?" And he starts like describing the band. And he's like, "And the shirtless guitar riffs of Mark Farner." And then like cuts to like Mark Farner riding a horse like with no shirt on. I think that's from the American Band video. I don't know. We got to track down that clip and watch it. It's funny. So that's that one from Cattle and Bread, because it seems like they're obligated to release a new pedal every week of the year.
That's okay.
It's insane. The amount of work that they do.
I don't know how they do it, but
yeah. So Thorpe Effects. I don't know if this came out this week or last week.
Okay.
They've put out the J. It's a collaboration between Thorpe Effects and Lazy J.
Jeez, that's kind of expensive.
Yeah, I gotta be honest. I don't know who Lazy J is. Are you familiar with that name?
You had no idea, but it's $370.
And I'm unfortunately
not.
I'm not even seeing any details on their website about it. Where's the
Nope.
description? Oh, here we go. Sorry,
What is
it's
it?
a drop-down menu.
Oh.
This is also a pre-order. So it's gonna be $370.
Who's that Lazy J?
This is the second pedal in our analog amp emulator series. I wanted to collaborate with Jesse for as long as I can remember. And who is Lazy J? Do you have your phone? You want to look that up?
Sure, I can look it up. But now everything is going to start showing me the Lazy J that I don't know.
So this is the second pedal in their series. They want to collaborate with Jesse for as long as they can remember, with more than anything, because it's amazing what you achieve when you get to work with very cool people. You always end up with something greater than the sum of its part. Okay, so it's a tone multiplier for a board, a Tweed Tour de Force designed to give you those complex, lazy J20 sounds in pedal format. We don't describe this as an amp in a box because it's more than that. It feels like the amp you're playing responds to the same manner, ultimately rewards the guitarist in the same way. So it's supposed to emulate a full-size amp.
Wait, is Lazy J an artist? Because here it is an amp company.
I think it's an amp company.
Oh, okay.
Reading the description, yeah. So it's
because it says Lazy J amps.
Okay. Yeah, Lazy J amps. Okay.
I thought it was a person.
So essentially, from what I'm reading here and what you just discovered, yeah, this is supposed to emulate one of the Lazy J amps or multiple of the Lazy J amps.
Okay.
So that makes a lot more sense.
I thought it was a person.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not much else to say there. But yeah, it's supposed to emulate a tube amp. You could choose your input tube from 12AX7 versus 12AY7 for dirtier versus cleaner tones. It works great with your existing amp, your existing pedals, and integrates easily into your current rig.
All right.
Cool.
What else we got?
This isn't a release yet, but coming on the 11th, November 11th.
Okay, today's the 8th.
JHS Pedals and Third Man Hardware are putting out a collaboration. Now, everyone is expecting this is probably going to be a rotary simulator type pedal.
Why?
Because the graphic design, which is done by Daniel Danger, shows like a carousel, like horses on a carousel.
Oh.
So people are automatically assuming it's going to be some kind of like, rotary speaker kind of thing. Now, someone took a photo. I'm actually going to get a screenshot of this one. Someone has a photo of Jack White's board, and there's a pedal that it's a mystery pedal. Just black and plain. It has a foot switch and then 3 sliders. So that very well could be this pedal. But then again, that could just be like a mixer on his board. Who knows,
It doesn't say anything.
No, it doesn't say anything.
Okay.
But I know that they're already collaborating on other stuff. Third Man Publishing is going to be publishing Daniel Danger and Josh Scott's book about electroharmonics. So that's going to be their publisher. And I know they already met up with Jack White a while back. I think they rehoused his Klon into a black enclosure. I could be wrong on that, but yeah, they're already good friends with Jack White and stuff. Okay. So it just makes sense.
But this is just a gossip on town.
Yeah, this is the Gear Page gossip. People are saying, "Oh, so the scalpers are gonna." It's probably limited, so the scalpers are gonna snatch them up and then sell them for 3 times the price.
This pair of people talks a lot of crap.
Oh, that's the Gear Page. I stay off the Gear Page.
Oh
I'd get in trouble if I go on there. The last time I was on the Gear Page, I must have still been in high school, and I knew then. I was like, "Ooh, this is not where I should be. I will be fighting with everybody."
Yeah.
But this is, I don't even know anymore. Like the 20th Jack White Third Man Hardware signature pedal. He's made a whole business out of it. That's cool.
Okay.
This one, I'm not finding a whole lot of information on this. There are articles, but I was trying to find like on the website itself.
Okay.
So Manson Guitar Works and Matt Bellamy from the band Muse.
What is that located at?
Where's Manson at?
Well, he's on pounds, isn't it?
Yeah, this is in pounds. I believe they're in the UK.
Oh.
And I also think that Manson is the brand of. Let me just double check here. I think they're the company that builds all Matt Bellamy's guitars. Yeah. Yeah. See here, they have like he puts a Chord Chaos pad. So it's like a touchpad thing that's like a synth. He's always put those into his guitars.
I'm just asking because the prices are in pounds.
Yeah, it's in pounds. And now the thing on this is that the price listed here is just for a deposit. 59 pounds for a deposit. Anyway, so the collaboration is called the Supermassive Black Fuzz.
Okay.
Really cool artwork on this thing.
It looks nice.
But it's a signature pedal for Matt Bellamy. Obviously, they have the song Supermassive Black Hole, which is like their biggest hit, I think. So your controls are magnitude, warp, dimension, and gravity. And then a flip switch for EQ on and EQ off. So that should get you all those crazy Matt Bellamy Muse sounds. So you pay your deposit, and it looks like the total price is 200 euros.
Euros or pounds, or what's that?
Pounds. Yeah, sorry, did I say euros?
Yes,
200 pounds. I don't know. It might be euros.
I don't know.
Are pounds and euros the same? I'm so confused right now.
Another thing that I'm gonna have to look up now.
Like I before all this, I used to be more on top of conversion rates, but then once the tariffs and stuff started, like I just stopped paying attention to foreign currency.
Oh my god! I was typing our pounds and immediately that's the most popular question. No.
Okay.
A British pound is not the same as euro, but I was correct.
These are euros, though.
Right? Those are euros.
Yes, these are euros.
But didn't you say where is this located at?
Not important. Not important to the episode.
Okay, just keep talking.
If I go to their contact page, it just takes me to an email listing here. Anyway, you're looking at about $250 probably if you're in the US plus the import fees. Couple more. Let's jump from the Matt Bellamy signature pedal.
Okay.
So which one is the pounds? Which one's the euros?
Dude, I'm right.
Okay.
You don't like to admit that you're wrong.
Okay, so it was pounds.
It's pounds.
Okay.
Ha.
There we go. So we're gonna jump from the Matt Bellamy signature to the Tom DeLonge signature pedal.
Okay.
So this is on pre-order status as of right now. It looks like they're gonna start shipping around December 1st. You can buy this directly on the To the Stars website, that's his company, right? His space company.
Now I'm gonna have to look that up.
No, I'm pretty sure it is because everything on this website is his.
To the Stars.
It's all him on this website.
Is that company still going?
I guess. I thought he wanted to go to space or something. I don't know. He's obsessed with aliens. And this release is only going to be limited to 250 units, one per customer / household.
Yeah.
Yeah, is it his website?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it says right here. From the imagination of Tom DeLonge, To the Stars comes this limited edition adventure box designed in collaboration with Tom's recording engineer Aaron Rubin and crafted by Utility Belt Effects, a small batch gearhead-driven boutique effects maker trusted for authentic tone replicas and high-end flexibility. This 2-in-1 guitar pedal contains an analog compressor and delay to put the tones you've been listening to for 20 years right at your feet. Okay.
Okay.
What? I don't know what band of his this is supposed to capture the sound of, because I gotta be honest, I'm not a Blink-182 fan at all.
Okay.
I'm aware of the band Angels and Airwaves. That's his other band, right? But I've never listened to them. My brother Garrett was big into both of those bands back when we were younger.
Okay.
But I gotta be honest, I don't remember there being a lot of delay used in Blink-182 songs that I've heard, so I'm gonna assume this is like to capture the sound of Angels and Airwaves. It was $500 on this thing. So $499, yeah. Again,
or
it's
you can buy it
pre-order.
on installments.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but listen, limited to 250 units. This is definitely going to go to fans. I don't see anybody that's not a fan of his work buying this. I'm not a big fan of the artwork, I'm going to be honest.
It's really
and
simple.
It looks like you could change the order. So the compression side is level, comp, and blend. Delay side is mixed delay and feedback. So pretty basic versions of both effects. And an order switcher. So, yeah. Just a couple more left here. That's where it's going to start getting a little weird.
Why?
Ernie Ball, they've put out some rechargeable batteries. Now, I've known that rechargeable batteries have been a thing for a while. When they first came out, it was like that thing you plug into the wall, and then you put the batteries in it to recharge the batteries. I don't know how long this kind of technology has been around. I'm guessing, like, Ernie Ball's not the first to do this. But then you just plug the USB cable right into the battery and charge it that way. And you can charge two at once. It comes with a splitter for the 9-volt. Sorry, for the 9-volt, you can charge two at once. It looks like for the double A's, you can charge all four at the same time. So yeah, rechargeable batteries are not a new thing, but this style I've never seen before. Where you plug it with USB-C. Yeah,
I'm not saying they are bad because I don't know them. However, looking at them, it makes me feel like it's gonna get the house on fire.
Oh, maybe.
I'm being honest.
I mean, and they're saying like the pros of it. It reduces waste and saves money over time.
Okay.
$30 for the 9-volt 2-pack, which honestly, depending on what store you go to, batteries these days are so expensive. If you go to like Walgreens or something, like you might be paying $30 for non-rechargeable 9-volts.
Jeez.
And then it's $35 for a 4-pack of double A's.
Okay.
But the thing about this, and I've seen some discussion about this online, people saying like, well, the way that batteries die, might not be the best audio quality option for like a 9-volt battery. Let's say you have a fuzz pedal that can power off of a 9-volt battery. Is this going to decay the same way when it dies as like an old school 9-volt to give you like that starved voltage sound that you get from like a classic fuzz? Or is this going to just not, I don't know. I don't know how this is going to work. I think the concept is really cool. The fact that you can plug the USB-C cable directly into a battery like that. I just think I've never seen anything like that. So these are lithium ion. I've heard the big discussion about like if those versus like alkaline batteries are good for like your pedals and stuff. These days I don't run any pedals off 9-volts if I don't have to, but I think the concept is cool. A little expensive, but just two more things tonight. Okay,
go for it. We have 5 minutes.
Labella Strings. Oh, I don't think we're gonna get to both these in time. Labella Strings has put out the EFS 4611 Ella Feingold signature inverted guitar strings. So Ella Feingold has worked with tons of musicians. I think everybody from like Bruno Mars to Jay-Z, solo work, doing I think Ella does guitar courses and like sample packs and stuff too.
Okay.
Really cool funk R&B guitarist. But these strings are inverted, so you get the standard E, A, D, G, B, E tuning, but it's the opposite direction on the neck. So your high E will be next to the A instead of the A being, next to the like the number 5 string. It's gonna be the 2 instead of the 5, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So you're still tuning in standard, but it's backwards as far as like the low to high. So your chord shapes are probably going to be different. You're going to be playing inverted chords and stuff. They do recommend that you get a custom nut to compensate for the gauges because, the regular guitar nut is cut deeper for your E, A, and D strings than it is for the higher strings.
But then what's the purpose of this?
To just play in a different way and get completely different sounds.
I don't know,
it's definitely going to be an investment. To try this out, or just try it out on a cheaper guitar. But again, the nut is probably going to be the major thing that's going to be the drawback to this.
Okay.
They should just ship it with a nut. Maybe charge $30 and ship it with a nice nut that's pre-cut. But yeah, $9.59 for a set of strings. I think it's a cool concept. It does say your D string and D string, your D and G stay the same orientation from standard tuning. Those ones, because they're the middle 2, they don't flip. Wait,
I don't know if I like that.
Okay, so those are the only 2 that don't flip, are the D and G. Okay, so it's more than just inverted. There's a little thing going on there too. Yeah, it's definitely something that's probably an investment to jump into.
I'm too slow for that. Okay.
Last thing is IK Multimedia released the Tonex Plug. Okay. So once again, another company jumping into the headphone amp game. All the YouTube guitarists are saying like this is the best one that's ever come out so far. This is
it.
So I don't know. I don't know anything about it. It's essentially just a headphone amp version of the Tonex 1 or the Tonex technology. So yeah, it's based on the Tonex platform, offers the same studio quality sound as the Tonex pedal and the Tonex 1. Comes with the Tonex SE software. There's an app for it. You get 5 reverbs, 2 delays, 5 modulation, noise gate, compressor, EQ, all configurable using the smartphone app. You have access to 40,000 plus free amp and effects via ToneNet. 30 tone model preset slots. Tonex modeler software, capture the sound of real-world amps. Onboard Bluetooth enables you to browse, load, edit presets. It allows you to stream backing tracks and learning materials, built-in USB interface, so you can record directly off this thing.
Okay.
That's pretty cool. Convenient practice tools, including a quick tuner and metronome, and it has a rechargeable battery of up to 5 hours playtime.
Okay. How much is that? $149?
$149.99.
Okay.
And yeah, I think that's pretty comparable to the other ones that are out here. So like the Black Star Beam that we recently covered, that one's $129.99. The Fender Mustang Micro is $134.99. The Katana Go is $140. So yeah, just another one out there in the market.
It's just pretty standard price.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like that one that we covered last week. I don't remember who made that one last week. It was like Neural DSP or something. The one that was like it was built into the headphones. That being the only one that's different from the format of the rest of these.
Okay.
Yep. All right, everybody. I think that was everything for this week. Just want to say thanks for tuning in. We finally are hitting that lower tier of monetization on YouTube, which is pretty crazy. Considering the fact that like we've had a ton of views, we've had a ton of likes and shares and stuff, but not enough people are subscribing. So if you want to, feel free to do that if you want to. We'd appreciate it. It'd help us out.
You're not
help
obligated
us grow the
to.
channel. Yeah. Because even though we're hitting the lower monetization, it's not like we're really gonna be making any money. We're doing this for fun.
Yeah.
So check us out. Check out that latest video I put up, and hopefully this next upcoming week I'll have another video for you. So
okay.
All right, we'll see you guys later. Have a good one.